All right, everybody, let's come in and take our seats so we can start today's meeting. Good to see everybody. All right, let us stand for our Pledge of Allegiance. Not sure where the flag is. To the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty. You may be seated. There is a flag somewhere. All right, do we have a quorum?
Yes.
Quorum is established. We need to do the approve the minutes from the previous meeting. So moved. Second?
Second.
Ross. Awesome. All right. Welcome our visitors. If you are a visitor, raise your hand. Oh, yeah. Let's vote. Thanks, Manfred. All in favor? I'm in a hurry. Those opposed? And I assume everybody liked it? All righty. Oh.
Well, one of those was my machine. You didn't vote yes.
Well, no, I didn't. This is his machine. All right. Now, since we got that underway, the visitors, if we have visitors, raise your hand so we can say hello to you. Welcome, everybody. Let's see, the Vice President Paul, he is not here, so Manfred is going to take Paul's place today as the VP for the group with the new membership applications.
All right. Good morning, everyone. It's my distinct honor to represent our vice president, actually, in this capacity. So we had up to potentially 5 new members here today or online that have been pre-approved at our board meeting. And maybe I'm miscounting, see? Somebody said 6? Okay, well, let's start with the first one. I know Art is in the room. Art Lyle, W7ALE. Would you mind coming up here and talk about yourself a little bit and introduce yourself to the group? We won't bite, actually. It's very friendly.
Okay.
Thank you.
Name's Art. I received my license just last year, took the technician in general at the same time and passed both. Changed my call sign to W7ALE. I like beer. Retired from Boeing, worked on AWACS most of my career there, in and out of Seattle and Europe generally. And interested in learning about WinLink, and I have an HT. Next thing I'm going to buy probably is a mobile UHF dual band, UHF VHF, and that's about all I got. Now that I'm closer to the mic.
Does anybody have any questions for?
I went to field day last year in Oregon on the coast. I'm spaced in Astoria. So as a visitor. Sorry?
You'll like Fort Flagler.
Yeah.
Yeah, the best.
Okay.
Is AWAC still?
It is. The NATO's pretty much flying around the clock right now. So.
Okay, thank you so much, Al. Okay, so what we'll do is introduce the new applicants first, and then after that, you will be asked to step outside for a little while, and then we do vote, and then you come back, right? Okay. All right. So thank you, Art. So then we have Ned Worcester. Ned, are you here or online? Okay, I guess not. How about Rob Riggs, WX9 Oscar? Okay, no, not here. Okay, then we have Mike Raka.
Yeah, I'm here on Zoom.
Oh, excellent. Okay, hi, Mike. Thank you for your application. Would you mind introducing yourself?
Yeah, hi everybody. My name is Mike Rocca. Call sign is K1MDR. I've been a ham for almost 10 years now. Got into the hobby after my time in the Navy. I fixed the radars for the F-14s before they retired them, moved on to the E-2Cs afterwards, and got really interested in the radio and stuff then. And after I finally came back to the Seattle area, I decided to get my license. I went in for technician. I came out with general, and I didn't make a lot of money back then. Afforded the best radios I could, but not a good antenna. Couldn't hit any repeaters. Really was kind of disillusioned by the whole thing, so I stepped away for a few years. Got back into GMRS, which discovered the better the antenna, the better the reception, even if the radio's not that great. So I bought some new ham equipment, bought some better antennas, and now I can talk to anybody anywhere. It's a lot of fun, and I decided to jump in instead of wading ankle deep. I'm jumping in full feet first. So that's that, and I for a living now I fix the Link Light Rail trains, and I actually enjoy going to work for once. And that's a little bit about me.
Great. Thank you so much, Mike. Does anybody have any questions for him? Yes. What are you planning to come to a field day by any chance next June?
I am sure gonna try. Yeah. I also do model railroading as a hobby,
Uh-huh.
and that takes up a lot of my time during the winter, so not so much time in the summer. So summer radio things are probably gonna see a lot of attendance with me, and the winter radio things, so long as they don't interfere with a train show, you'll probably see me there. I have to go to a funeral here in a little while, so that's why I didn't come out to the meeting in person today.
Okay. Great. Thank you so much, Mike. All right, great. By the way, I've seen a documentary about the Link Light Rail extension across the Puget Sound. I mean, across the Lake Washington. You know, the bridge parallel to I-90. That was fantastic. So looking forward to seeing that section in operation before too long.
So am I. So am I.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Mike. All right, so let's see who else we have. Hmm? Okay, so let's see. We also have at least two more. Aram Gregorian. Aram, you're in here. Would you mind to come up? We chatted a little bit prior to the meeting already. Mhm.
Oh, wow, that's crowd. Hi, everyone. My name is Aram. Excited to be here and kind of spend the day with you here in the morning. I grew up in Soviet Union, so I studied radio engineering back then, electronics and all that kind of stuff about 20 somewhat years ago. Last year, decided to kind of go back and relearn the craft. So got my license. I'm a general. Updated my call sign recently to K1 Charlie Oscar Mike. So I gotten into HF about a couple months ago and been very excited about that. I'm running very small radio and I'm trying to learn the antennas and how to kind of navigate that. Yeah, we recently went to Ireland, operated out there. That was fun to get Irish license and kind of listening to European station as well. So yeah, that's about it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Does anybody have questions for him?
A field day, yeah. I'm excited actually to go on field day because I want to see, kind of different equipment, different antennas, kind of figure this out. I've got like a inverted dipole antenna right now, so I'm struggling on the hillside, but it's okay. So yeah, it'll be fun.
All right.
Awesome. All right, thank you.
Thanks so much.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Okay, great. All right. So now we had 3 so far. There's one more. Ted Plale. Oh, excellent. Oh, would you mind coming up?
I was actually up here last week at the last meeting. I didn't know that it had to be board approved before I got up here. Anyway, I'm Ted. I got my technician license back in 2008. And at that point in time, I went to one of the meetings, one of your meetings down in Renton, where the old McLennan Hardware down there, and was going to join the group. Shortly after that, my mom passed away, and I kind of got out of radio for a while, and then I went back and got my general license in 2013. But I've been trying to build my shack at home. I bought a HF rig, was going to put up some type of antenna system out there, which I didn't get a really good one put up. So I was only to be able to do a little bit of surfing on the HF. Then life got in the way. My grown kids moved back home, so I lost my shack. So now I'm back to no room. Plus, I'm working basically just on little handy talkies, so that's not too fun. But being retired now, I used to be a nuclear pharmacy technician, so that's how I got my vanity call sign, that nuclear 7 pharmacy technician. That's how I got that call sign. But after I retired, I started getting interested in radio again, and I thought, well, I started to join this group back a long time ago. And I thought, if I'm going to find out any information on what to do and how to expand my equipment and stuff like that, I figured this would be the best place to come because, I know you know a lot more than I do. So I thought, well, this would be a good place to come. And, would appreciate you accepting me into the membership. And, oh, by the way, I did re-sign up for ARRL. So that is a yes on there now. But I hope you vote for me, and I'd love to pick your brains if I become a member. And as far as field day, I would love to come. So, and that's it. Thank you.
Okay, any questions for Ted? No? Okay, you answered everything. Cool. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Scott, did we have somebody else? I only had 5 on my list.
Oh, okay.
That's it, right? Okay. All right. Excellent. Okay. So the way this works is we would like to escort those of you who are in the room out to follow Scott. And we put Mike into the ante room online. It's done. Okay. Okay, so now we can talk some more. Does anybody else have any comments or questions? Does anybody know any of the new applicants? No, online? Anything online? No, silence. Okay, guess that's a good thing. I'm not sure what I'm doing with this microphone here. It's bending over. Okay. All right. Well, in that case, I guess it's time to start our voting sequence. First vote would be for Art, W7ALE. Okay. All in the room. Who is in favor of him becoming a member? Yeah, visitors cannot vote. Right. Right. Okay, thank you. Okay, that looks like anybody opposed?
Vote yes for me,
Okay,
the computer.
I see.
Oh, use the mouse. The track.
I don't want to mess anything up. We'll take your word for it. Oh,
There's nothing on the bottom.
okay, all right. Okay, so we got Art voted in. Thank you all. The next one would be Aram. Aram, K1COM. I did? Okay, I'm out of sequence. Mike Racker. Okay, we'll vote on Mike first then. Does anybody have anything about Mike? Any knowledge? Do you know anything? No? Mike's is K1MDR, the new one. Yes, right. It's already changed there. Okay, anything online? No? Okay, silence. In that case, everybody who is in favor of him becoming a member, please raise your arm. Okay. Anybody opposed? Okay, that looks good so far. Waiting for the online vote. Okay. Excellent. Thank you. Okay, let's see who Scott has up next. Okay, now we vote on Aram, K1, Charlie Oscar Mike. That's his new call. Aram? Does anybody know anything about him? Okay, anything online? Okay, I guess not then. All right, so anybody who is in favor of him becoming a member, please raise your arms. Okay, anybody opposed? Okay, looks good so far. Voting going on. Waiting for results. Okay, we got third member, new member voted in. And then we have Ted Plail, N7 PhD. Does anybody know anything about him? Anything online? Anybody online? No? Okay, in that case, if you're in favor of voting for Ted to become a member, please raise your arm. Okay, convincing majority so far. Anybody opposed? Okay, anything online? Voting going on. Results coming in. Yes. No, yes. Excellent. Thank you, Scott. Very good. Okay, so we have 4 new members actually. Thank you all for participating in the process. We can invite them back in. Hey! We have 4 new members, Mike Raka, Aram, Art, and Ted. Excellent. So please see Scott either in person to pay your membership dues, or you can also do it online. There are various ways to do that, and Scott can help you. And once you paid up your membership, then you're full member and ready to run for elected office, for instance. What do I know? Thanks, thanks so much, Mike. Applause to you too. You're not here in person, but still. Great. Okay, so I guess that is it from the Vice President's stand-in activities. I'll give it back to Robert. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Manfred. I have no idea what's up with the microphone today. All right, let's go into our reports. Secretary Phil, any report?
Good morning. Good afternoon. Congratulations
congratulations to the new members.
Awesome, well done. Treasurer Scott.
Welcome and congratulations to our 4 new members. At the first of the month, I sent out 28 emails reminding people of dues. I've received 14 replies. Thank you. So that means there's still more that haven't paid. If you're here, please stop by and see me. And we started out the month at 307 members. And so please check out the website or come and see me for how you can pay your dues. Thanks. Have a good day.
Thank you, Scott. Up next, let's see, Activities Manager Ross.
Oh,
Any word?
So it's come to the end of the year, and we're going to have a presentation next week or next month on 1.25 meter, 220 megahertz. And our presenter is going to be Wayne. I don't see Wayne here. So he runs the informal net on Sundays at 7 o'clock on our 220 repeater. So it's very informal. So anyhow, it's a great net, and our 220 repeater is really a nice machine. And so other than that, we're still playing around with the balloon topic, nailing that down. And if you're interested in participating, send me an email. So anyhow, that's my report. Back to you, Robert. Shut my camera off. Well, I don't. It doesn't have a lid. It's a CIA machine. Where the hell is it? What I'll do. Oh, there it is.
All right, thanks, Ross, for your report. I'd love to hear more, of course, about the balloon deal, and of course, the potential for a fox hunt. So we're going to be doing all that here shortly, getting a report from Tom. All right, Steve, radio officer, any report?
Hello and good morning. So we had a brief run up to the repeater site a couple weeks ago, and that was Hal and a couple people going up and fixing call signs. So all of the Hal will have to correct me. I believe we converted the call signs over to K7 LED for the D-Star and a couple of the other repeaters up there. The D-Star, we're still working on that. We have to do some work to get the D-Star registration correct for K7 LED. So we will get the list updated with all of the club repeaters that are now with the K7 LED call sign. We are not doing any work up on the mountain until probably spring due to the fact that it's getting colder, and unless there's something critical, we're not going up to the mountain at this point in time. I did have a note sent out, and I've got David, who I need to talk with about being the IT operations in charge of IT for the mountain. Going to work with Craig and get moved to incorporate some of the IT stuff and clean some of the IT stuff up on the mountain. So we've got some plans coming up for next year. We'll try and get a plan figured out for what we want to do next year for the club repeaters. There is a thought about doing some stuff on Gold Mountain, either a 220 machine there or another. We're working on what we're going to do with the Gold Mountain site since we are paying for that one and it's a fairly cheap site to pay for. We really don't want to release that site because then we'd never get it back. That's about it. If anyone has any questions about the repeaters or anything like that, please feel free to send me an email. If you don't get a response, try texting or try using Facebook Messenger to get a hold of me. But send a note out on info and you'll get a hold of me. Any questions? Yes.
Site, is that similar in the population that exists in the Tiger Mountain site? As far as number of radios, other things that are there?
Daniel, I think you have some comment on that, or do you have something else?
So some of the things that Tiger Mountain is part of this is going to cover, but it's also a site for just a lot of the repeaters.
Oh, yeah.
You used to have 20 racks in there, so I've got about 4 racks right now, so it's really, organically, okay, and it's got like a 160-foot tower.
And it's also got, I think, the State Patrol or someone like that has a site there. So we're co-locating with that, and it's a big building that's being co-located. So we've got a rack space in there that is ours, and that's it. Yeah. Yes. So, yes, Ross.
Has there been thought about linking Tiger Mountain and Gold
Well,
Mountain?
so the issue with that is that we've only got a limited number of connections that we are entitled to use at Gold. And depending on how we slice things up, we might or might not be able to do that. And we've got issues on Tiger getting another radio, another link, type of thing like that. And that's stuff we have to work on and make sure we're not getting in trouble with DNR.
Yeah.
So, all right. That's it. Back to you.
That's really good.
That is awesome. All right, I'm going to kind of slip this in on everybody. Scott, our famous VE, you want to come up and talk about what is going on with the FCC of vital importance for everyone?
Okay, as you know, the US government's closed. That means FCC is closed. You can't do any transactions with the FCC like renewing your license. So if your license expired while they're closed, you have to stop operating. Okay, so don't get in trouble. We can still give exams, and we're still doing that, even though the candidates for new licenses cannot get a FCC registration number. The ARRL, who is our VEC coordinator, is allowing us to give exams to folks that do not have FRNs. And then it'll be up to that person working with ARRL to get the FRN into their exam results. So that's the way we are today. I have one person that registered before the closure for today's session, and I have another person that registered yesterday who doesn't have an FRN. We're also helping out the Renton ECS for their exams for their class in November. So I expect all of them to not have FRNs at that class either. But in any case, whenever the FCC gets rebooted, operations will return to normal. Any questions?
License side is closed, but the enforcement side is still.
So Daniel says that while the licensing side is closed, the enforcement side is open.
Through the IRS.
I think that's true of the IRS as well.
And the systems are not working right now, but it is what it is.
Says our CPA in the room that some of the IRS systems are crashing. Any other questions for VEs? Okay, back to you.
All right. Awesome. Thank you very much. Informative. So I guess I'll take it, per the conversation that I had with Scott earlier, that even if you are licensed and you need to renew your license, you can't do it. So I don't like that idea at all. All right, continuing on, essential committees, anything from audits?
So no.
Any info on awards? Probably not. Finance, Scott. Anything further? Manfred with strategic planning. Anything, do you have anything? Nothing for, gee whiz, you guys are quick, aren't you? Tom, special interest and technical.
So, in all our discussions, and Ross gave us a good presentation last month about a potential balloon program for likely 2027. One of the skills that was identified as being critical for that was radio direction finding. So I'm proposing a 2026 fox hunting program to get some fun with our radio direction finding and build some equipment and generally get better at that kind of skill set. Being able to understand radio direction finding, doing the sort of fun social gaming aspect of fox hunts, building some practical RDF equipment, and as a potential for youth involvement and STEM learning. As part of this, I would propose that we do some hands-on technical difficulties here. Anyway, Zoom is being very slow. So anyway, trying to do some hands-on equipment development, looking to build some antennas, and I've got a few different types of antennas identified. We're also proposing building some attenuators to help with direction finding as we get closer to the transmitters. I need to do a little bit more looking into it, but these little time difference of arrival devices look like they might be pretty easy to put together and fun to work with. And then one of the things that Robert helped identify was helped us find some low milliwatt, 100 milliwatt kind of fox hunting beacons that would be great for doing an in the park kind of fox hunt. And I actually want to build a fox beacon of my own and would love to get other people involved in that effort to do a more regional kinds of fox hunts. So this could be opportunities for all skill levels and of all interest levels. So this is kind of a notional timeline that I put together with a kickoff kind of in the March timeframe, where we could arrange a club meeting presentation, possibly with some of the folks down in Portland area that have done a lot of fox hunting. And then maybe have a poster or table or a presentation or something like that at the swap meet. And then through the spring, do a few meetup events, maker events, to do some antenna builds, to do some attenuator builds, and maybe out at field day as part of radio camp, we get in and build some Fox beacons while we're out there. And then some testing and tuning. It's going to be important to get into as we build the devices, make sure that they're working the way that we want them to, and then some training and practice on how to use them. And then in late summer and rolling into the fall, actually put on some fox hunts. While the weather's nice and warm, maybe in conjunction with our picnic or something like that, we do a fox hunt in one of the parks. Combine that with a nice POTA activation for those who are interested in POTA. And then do the more mobile driving around in your cars with the directional antennas on the cars, and chasing down the fox at some bar or restaurant or other social location. So. So I think this will sort of up our community engagement and be a lot of fun and have us do some good prep work for a successful 2027 balloon mission. And if you've got questions or would like to help out, I would ask that you join the technical and special interest mailing group on the Mike and Keys Groups IO mailing list server. And I will post this link to the Zoom chat as soon as I get back to my chair. Are there any questions in the room or online?
I don't know if this is a lot of knowledge lost to the time, but in September of 2021, or around that time, the club bought some Fox Hunt transmitters, and we actually did a Fox Hunt at a park in Renton in the fall of 21. So
Okay.
That
so yeah. Yeah, it sounds like back in 2021, we did, as a club, do some fox hunting activities. And thanks to Robert, I think he's been helping us track down that equipment. So that's on our list of items to do, is to round those up and check them out and make sure everything's working and that we know how to work with them.
My comment that I was going to share to further answer your question is that the owner of those foxes that were in use back in 2021, he doesn't have them any longer. They never were property per se of the Mike and Key Club, but he had them himself. Nonetheless, he sold them. He gave them away several years ago or a few years back. So I did find one of our other members that does have, I think, 3. So he's up in, I think, Edmonds, I think is where he's at. So I'll see about getting, once that we get closer to that date, I'll work with him and get at least one of them. There you go.
All right, sounds good. Daniel?
Jury. I think Jim Curry had the stuff we used at the club for art and the jury.
Okay, yeah, if you could post his call to the special interests mailing list, I'd appreciate that. I'm a notoriously bad note taker myself, so any chance to get things down into email is greatly appreciated. All right, with that, I'll hand it back to Robert.
Awesome. Thanks, Tom. Lots of cool stuff to look forward to, right? All right, up next, Robert with public service.
I don't really much to report, but I did bring some booklets for visitors and new members up there.
So grab a booklet. Awesome. Steve, education and training. I don't think Steve is in. Membership, Manfred.
Okay, so it is not too early to start talking about our holiday party, which is usually organized by the membership committee. And for those of you who haven't been with the club for very long, it usually is adjacent after the December general meeting, and we usually set up in the room right next doors here, for get together and maybe a gift exchange or something like that, and some food, So, but that does need some planning, and so I'll send out an email in the next days or so to get that process going, and we're certainly looking for volunteers to help with that. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Manfred. All right. Bruce, facilities and publicity. Nothing. All right. And Hal is not here today, is he not? I haven't seen him. So does anybody have any info on the upcoming swap meet?
We had a meeting, 15th, yeah.
A meeting?
11th of November.
Okay, the 11th.
11th of November.
Oh, the next meeting is November 11th. 11/11. All right. Go ahead.
Somebody in charge of tickets and somebody in charge of.
Why don't you come on up? That way. He is resisting.
Now, the November meeting is the 15th.
Yeah, we just had a meeting in October, like last week, I think. Tuesday? Yeah. Sorry, my brain ain't working too well. Oh, I'm Carl, N7CJR. So they wrote me into selling tickets. So I'm the ticket chair for next year. I've never sold tickets. So there's low expectations for my job. I don't want any feedback. Thank you. Feedback, critiquing is not welcome. And I think Jeff is taking care of registration, and somehow I'm going to help him do that. And I've never done registration before. So hopefully we get good teaching from Mike Dinkelman. And I forget what else we talked about, but we did have a meeting. So I'm not taking any questions. Thank you.
Well, thanks for your humor. All right, field day with David. Nothing for field day. Reservation has been made. Awesome. Say again?
Yes. Monday through Monday.
And field day is a great big field with some water around it. All right. Old business. Anybody with old business? Anybody with new business that we need to talk about? David, come on up.
I'm gonna pull up the slide. So I presented this or through Manfred to the board at the last meeting. In the notes, and the board had said, we'll bring this to the general membership. And so I said, well, since I'll be here, I'll go ahead and present the idea. The idea was basically about increasing club participation community, just along the same lines as Tom was talking about for the Fox Hunt. And it's a proposal for a 2-year pilot program to create a Mike and Key club geographical sections. And so let's go on. I won't go into the whole presentation, but just the next slide will be fine. That's a cue. And again, the way this is set up is, it is not a replacement for the monthly meetings or the other activities. Can you advance it to next? Oh, Zoom is just being, okay. So what I'm trying to propose is that we break the group down into a number of geographical sections. Each section would have 1 or 2 volunteers who will be leading the section. And the idea is to increase the sense of community and mentoring and teaching and sharing that goes on. So this is sort of the duties of the section here, but I just want to go to D real quickly. Work with section members to create activities of interest like POTA together, HF sprints, promoting ham radio to local groups, and with schools and scouting type organizations in the section, meetups for walks or whatever, socializing, building kits, antenna parties, visiting sick and elderly members, challenging other sections. The idea was to just localize it down so that we have other things going on. We have 307 members. I've never seen 307 members. And if you remember when I was a relay editor, that I posed the question, why did you join the club if you're never participating? What's the advantage? What's the value? And I think we need to remember that not everybody can come to the monthly meeting. Sometimes the topic may not be of interest, or that's too far to drive, whatever the situation is. They don't have the wrong time of day for them to go virtual. For a lot of people who have families on Saturdays, it's not a really good time. So how do we decentralize activities, localize them, but still maintain a close and strong centralized club? And so this is the proposal for a 2-year pilot program to do that. Now, in the board minutes, I'll just finish up with this. It didn't say what to do after I shared the idea with you. So I'm going to post the rest of this to just go ahead and advance one slide. I'm going to post the rest of this to Groups.io. I don't know what the board wants me to do next, but I'm open to whatever they'd like me to do. But I checked the box. I've shared it with the meeting. This is I went through the roster and I broke down into different groups that potentially, or these are proposals for starting off. Go to the next slide really quickly and we'll end there. And then I broke it down further to, with each section, how many members are in the group, how does it break down by license class. This is the largest group, which makes sense. Mike and Key was born in Renton, so it has 76 members, which is the largest section in the whole area. So anyway, that's what I'm sharing with you. I'm open to any questions. I'll post it to Groups.io. Hopefully we get a thread going about some responses to that and thoughts. And then we'll see what, I leave it to Manfred to tell me what the board would like to do next. Thank you. Any questions, by the way, before I sit down? Or answers? I'll take answers too. Okay, thank you.
All right, anything for the good of the order? Nobody has nothing. Oh, go ahead with the good for the order.
Does anybody know what today is? It's the 55th anniversary of the formation of this club. 55 years ago, seven of us were sitting around a table eating breakfast, and it was suggested that we reform the Mike and Key Amateur Radio Club. So looking at the membership going from 7 to over 300 now, that's kind of a feather in this cap. Plus, it's known as one of the most active clubs in the Northwest. So hands off or salute to all you folks that have, perpetuated the club. I'm the remaining person that was on the formation committee. So you mentioned about doing a fox hunt. I'll tell you, we used to do some stuff back in the early 70s, fox hunting. We used to do it on 6-meter AM. And one of the things that happened back there was we used to have like North King County, South King County as boundaries. One of the guys on, if you found the fox, you were the next person to, or on the found the bunny, you were the next one to decide where you're going to put the transmitter. One of our guys took and backed his car up to a chain link fence in North Seattle and hooked it to a 6-meter radio, which this chain link fence was maybe about a mile long because it surrounded the school grounds. Well, with all the interaction in that, it put a signal down into Federal Way. And everybody was running around in Federal Way looking for the transmitter down there. Nobody found it in North Seattle. And finally, after a certain time period, we put out where it was located so everybody could reconvene. The other thing we did on one of the things was we put an antenna on a manhole cover in the middle of an intersection with a short antenna, very flexible in that. People drove by that intersection almost for an hour looking for the fox. So it's just some ideas that you can use. But, this club, I can go on about a lot of the history and a lot of the fun times, but the biggest deal is having fun in the club. You mentioned, why did you join the club? Well, I joined it because we had breakfasts, luncheons, dinners. We had weekly dinners at some of the restaurants around and that sort of thing, and we had fun. Another interesting fact, our first awards banquet, was held at Meeker's Landing. That's where we used to eat breakfast. And how can I say, during the awards presentation, a bunch of the members leaned their chairs back up against a folding curtain that divided two banquet rooms. Well, that curtain let go, and we ended up being partners with a wedding reception that was going on in the adjacent thing. Of course, everybody got a laugh out of it, and we were invited to participate in that with the wedding group. Being that we're no longer a separate group, but everybody had fun laughing about it. But another deal on one of our banquets, you'll get a kick out of this. We had entertainment with belly dancers. They did about a half an hour routine and all that sort of stuff, and they got done. And one of our members, Tim Sneebeck, K7QMI, who is now a silent key, he was blind from birth. He stood up and says, "It's my turn, Braille method." So, 55 years and a lot of memories. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to participate in the club, but I'm going to do it as long as I can. But have fun, folks. I've had it all the time at field day and several of the other deals that we used to do. And talking about making island type things, when we first started this club, I-90 was the dividing line, the Mason-Dixon line. We had the South Enders that were south on I-90. We had the North Enders north of I-90. We used to kid each other about crossing over the Mason-Dixon line to meet down at the Kent Sheriff's Department, which used to be right up on the hilltop up here. But, and get this, our first dues was 25 cents a month. That was to pay for the coffee and donuts. Anyway, have fun.
That gives me an idea as far as fox hunting. I know where to put a fox. And it does not include a donut. Doggone it. Well, it could, but not this one. Anyway, all right, do we have anything else for the group today before we close out the meeting? All right, anybody with a motion to adjourn? Motion, David, second. Awesome. Thanks, everybody. Oh, yeah, let's vote for that. We got to vote. Everybody's saying, yep, let's get out of here. They're getting ready for their fox hunt. All right.